This dog was left at the corner of the shelter, shaking uncontrollably. The moment I reached out my hand, she backed away like she'd been hurt too many times before. But something in her eyes told me she wanted to trust again. She just didn't know how. Her name tag said Luna. The shelter staff told me she'd been there for 3 weeks, brought in by animal control after being found tied to a fence in the middle of winter. No blanket, no food, just a frayed rope around her neck and fear in every movement.
For your troubles.
Every time someone approached her kennel, she'd press herself against the back wall, trembling like the world was about to end. I knelt down slowly, keeping my distance, and just talked to her. Nothing fancy, just soft words about how pretty she was, how those brown eyes were the most beautiful thing I'd seen all week. Luna didn't move closer, but she didn't move away either. Her ears twitched forward slightly, listening. That tiny shift, that one moment of curiosity, it was enough. I knew right then I wasn't leaving without her. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you did. These rescue stories need to reach more people, and every subscriber helps me save more dogs like Luna.
Yeah.
The drive home was silent. Luna sat in the back seat, stiff as a statue, staring out the window like she was watching her old life disappear. When we pulled into my driveway, she didn't move. I had to gently guide her out of the car, and even then, her legs were shaking. Inside the house, she immediately found the darkest corner behind the couch and curled up there. I didn't force her out. I just sat on the floor a few feet away and let her be. Hours passed while she stayed hidden, watching me with those cautious eyes. By evening, something shifted. Luna crawled out slowly, inch by inch, until she was sitting right next to me. Not touching, just close. I reached out my hand, palm down, and waited.
Wait, yes.
After what felt like forever, she sniffed it, then gently pressed her head against my fingers. My heart exploded. This was the first time she'd chosen to trust me. That night, she slept on a blanket near my bed. I woke up twice to check on her, and both times she was staring at me, like she was making sure I wasn't going to leave her too. The next morning, everything changed. Luna followed me to the kitchen. She followed me to the bathroom. She followed me everywhere. It hit me then. This wasn't just a dog looking for safety. This was a soul looking for someone who wouldn't abandon her again.
Yay!
I started testing her boundaries gently. I'd sit on the couch and pat the spot next to me. At first, she'd just stare, unsure. Then, after a few minutes, she'd jump up carefully and sit right beside me, her body pressed against mine. She wanted that connection so badly you could feel it. When I'd get up to grab something, she'd jump down immediately and follow. It was like she was terrified I'd disappear if she wasn't watching. One afternoon, I decided to take her for a short walk. The moment I grabbed the leash, her whole demeanor changed. Her tail dropped, her ears went back, and she planted herself on the floor. She'd take a few steps outside, then freeze, looking back at the house like it was the only safe place in the universe. I didn't push her. We'd walk to the end of the driveway, then turn back. Slowly, over days, we made it to the mailbox, then to the corner. Progress was slow, but it was progress. And every single time we came back inside, she'd let out this deep sigh, like she'd survived another test.
I'll just take a bite.
I took her to the vet 2 weeks in. I needed to know if there was a medical reason behind her fear of walking. The vet examined her carefully and found it. Severe hip dysplasia. Her joints were deteriorating, and every step caused her pain. My stomach dropped. How long had she been suffering in silence? The vet prescribed pain medication and therapy exercises. She said Luna would never be a dog who goes on long hikes, but with proper care, she could live comfortably. I started her treatment immediately. Within a week, I could see the difference. Her steps were lighter, her body less tense. She even started playing a little, grabbing a toy and shaking it around before dropping it at my feet. But the following, that never stopped. Luna shadowed me everywhere. If I went to the kitchen, she was there. If I sat down to work, she'd lay at my feet. If I closed the bathroom door, she'd wait right outside, her nose pressed against the crack. She'd been abandoned, left behind, and now she was holding on to me like I was her lifeline. People started noticing her when we'd go out. Her white face and gentle eyes drew attention. Some would smile and wave. Others would stop their cars and yell, "Beautiful dog!" One time, a little kid asked if she was a cloud. I laughed and said, "Yeah, she kind of is." From that day on, I started calling her my little cloud face. Months passed. Luna wasn't the same terrified dog I'd brought home. She greeted me at the door with her tail wagging. She'd jump on the couch without hesitation. She even started barking at the mailman, which made me laugh because it meant she felt confident enough to protect her home. But one thing never changed. Wherever I went, she followed. I realized something important during this journey. Luna wasn't following me because she was scared anymore. She was following me because she'd chosen me. She'd decided I was her person, her safe place, her family. And honestly, I'd chosen her too. She wasn't just a rescue dog. She was my shadow, my companion, my reminder that trust, even after it's been broken, can be rebuilt. So here's my question for you. Do you think dogs love us because we feed them and give them shelter? Or do you think they genuinely see something good in us that we don't always see in ourselves? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Luna's still with me. She still follows me everywhere, and I wouldn't have it any other way.